Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is once I've got all my research and my references and all my information in one place, I'm going to go onto my wordpress.com. Now you can watch this and see what I'm doing, and then because you'll have this as a reference, okay? So you'll need to log into your wordpress.com, all right? And you'll come to this. It seems to default to the reader screen, all right? What I want you to do is then go to my site. Now, the thing being interested in here is pages. So I'm going to click on pages. You see, I was mucking about with it earlier on, but I'm just going to get rid of these. So if you want to delete a page, you can click on the wee three dots and just go to trash. And trash that one as well. And I'll trash the about page as well. Okay, so as we bin these three pages. Okay. If I click on my site, you'll see that it's saying it can't be found, that page can't be found. Right, I've decided that in here that viruses is going to be my first page. Right, so on the menu you've got pages and go to add. So the title of the page for me will be viruses, and what I'll then do is I will take my content for the viruses page and copy and stick it in there. Okay. Now that's all I'm going to put on that page at the moment, and at that you can preview it before you publish it. Okay, so click on preview. That looks amazing, right? And then you can go and publish, and that publishes it. Okay, and then you can click on back. And I want to add my other page, and that's the beauty of preparing it before you do it. You can just add them one after the other. So the virus is going to the main page, and you'll see what I'm going to do with that in a minute. So the next one's worms. Put that in there, and okay. And again, preview it and then publish it. Next one's Trojans. And I'm clicking back and add another page. And in this case, so that one there, I'm just going to leave that sitting there, and I'll put a references page on at the end. And again, publish. Next one is the log bug. Virus protection. Add that. And you see it becomes quite samey after a while, right? But I'm going to edit a few things in it. And then I've got my references page. And that's the only thing that will go in the references page, okay? And publish that. Now, a couple of things that I've missed out a few things here, right? I've not put any images in, I've not put any bullet points in, and I've not put a table in. Okay, and that's what it asks us for. So let's have a quick look at the assessment again itself. Yeah. Tables are quite old-fashioned in terms of websites, but they're still good for presenting information. Okay, so in the assessment instructions, you've done the research, you've picked your subject, you've been through it, and then it's saying here internal and external hyperlinks, right? So I need to address that. An image with an alternative text, table, bullet list, and so use of fonts. So let's look at an external hyperlink first, right? Yeah, the internal one you don't even need to set up because I'll show you how you do it in a second, right? So let's put in a link to something about the log bug virus, all right? So I'll just click on back, and you'll see that that's me got everything there. It's a bit of a mess at the moment the way it's organised, but we'll sort that out. So the love bug is the one I want to edit, so I'm just going to click on the three dots and go to edit. And I would say here is a link to some information on it. I'm being very vague, right, with this. So what I'll do is I'll So I'll just take that as a hyperlink. Double click on that. And add the link there. Okay. So that's an external hyperlink that's going into it. Okay. And make sure once you've done it, you update it. And that's updated there. So that's one of the things done. Now, bulleted lists are dead easy to do. I'm just trying to have a relevant thing. So I'm just going back. And let's go into badge protection. I would say some of the big companies are McAfee. What else we got? McAfee, AVG. Norton. Okay, so I'll put them in as a wee list, and what you do is highlight that and just bullet it, just like Microsoft Word. Okay, and again update it. Let's go back. Ones. And I can say some types of ones are. And then there we want to put a table in. Now let's make that full screen. I'm hoping there's a table button here. There should be. We could code a table, but it's a right pain in the neck. Okay. The one thing you don't want to do is hand code a table. I'll show you how to do it, right? So I'm going to go into my HTML view. Okay, and this lets me put in HTML code. So what I can do is put in table. Now, in terms of making it look nice, it won't, right? But I'll say table border equals 1. And have you done HTML before? Some of you haven't. Right, so the way it works in rows. So we make the rows and then the table data divisions as it goes down. So I will say table row, and that starts the table row. And then I'm just going to put 2 cells in it, right? So I'll say table data, and I'll just say cell 1. Another cell beside it, cell 2. And then end my table row. Right, the wee slash means end. And then that would be a table with 1 row and 2 cells in it. If I want to make another row, tr td for the data, and I'll just put in cell 3. And if you're lazy, you can copy and paste and make a table. That's what I would usually do. End the tr, which means end the row, and then end the table. Okay. And we'll go back to visuals here. That's worked, and there you go. There's your table there. All right. It's quite unfortunate that there's not a button to put the table in. I don't know why. They used to have that in WordPress, but it looks like they've removed it. It's there for you. You can watch the video and you can pause it. So that's just a simple. So if say I want to change it, worms are, and I could put in here on this one type and name. Anyone think any worm names off the top of their head? I can't. Hmm? Aye, aye. Earthworm. Right, and you can change that to slimy. Okay. Okay. So you can put some of that in. Obviously that's absolute rubbish that I've typed in, but that's how you do a table. I wasn't planning on doing the table like that. I just wonder if there's any other way of doing it. I don't think so. So update your page, and back. Now the last thing I think I need to just put an image in, isn't it? I've got that. I've got that. Okay. The fonts are done for you really, right? Um, the image. So let's show you a couple of things here about copyright. We've obviously talked about law in this unit, so I'm going to use Wikimedia Commons. Have I shown you Wikimedia Commons before? No. Right, Wikimedia Commons is a site where you can go and find information and media that you can use, and there's different conditions attached to the various media while doing it. Okay. There is, aye. This one's quite good. Viruses. Let's go and see what we're getting. Viruses. We're getting. Aye. Change it then. Viruses there. Okay. So say I decide to use this happy wee character. Click on it, and I can see more details of it. Right. And all rights released public domain, so we can use that as we please. And you'll see that license attached to this image is I, the copyright holder of this work, released into the public domain, and this applies worldwide. I grant anyone the right to use this for any purpose without conditions, unless such is required by law. So that's a good piece of media that you can use. This guy's created it and said anyone can use this as they wish. Okay, so what we can then do is use this file. Now, a couple of things you can do here. There's the link to it, and there's the HTML code, right? Now to see this HTML code, I can go and highlight that and copy that. And let's see, I'll go to viruses. I'll go to my main page, and I'll go into HTML view, and I can just paste that. I'm going to visual, yeah, it's there. And what that does is, see if I move the mouse over it, you'll see it's by Sarah Peterson, own work, public domain, and that shows you where I've got it from, and it credits the author for their work, and that's only fair to do that. And also that covers the alt tag for the image, because you'll see there alt equals cartoon virus, and it gives you a width. Okay, and that covers that. If you had a picture you wanted to upload yourself, all you do is click on this button for add media. Okay, and you can upload an image, or go to documents, upload media. Say I want to put the Rubik's Cube up there. I can open. There it goes in there. Okay. You can put a caption on an image as well, if you wanted to. Okay. If I go into my HTML again, it's not the best code. Now in here, you'll see alt equals 500. Now that's not very descriptive. See that alt tag there? So I could just change that to Rubik's Cube picture. The reason this alt is so important is that if you've got somebody with sight difficulties, the site may be narrated to them. So the more descriptive the alt tag is, the better. Alright, that's why I've just changed that wee alt tag in there. Go back to visual. Then let's update it. And we can view what the page looks like. Okay, so you've got It's your virus picture on the Rubik's Cube. If I want to go back and click on my site, and the next thing I'm going to show you is how to organise the menu, because I've got viruses, home, about, and contact. So I'm going to go to menus. Okay, and it depends how you excuse me. It depends how you want to organise this. Viruses are obviously the security section I've made. So I'm going to click on the plus, and then I can add something below it, or I can add it to the child of the menu, and that means that the virus has got child pages underneath it. Alright, so I can go to add menu to children, and I can choose, let's see, I'll choose virus protection, the first one, and I can add a menu below it, and I'll put in the love bug, add below Trojans. Again, it gets a bit samey. Add below worms. Add below. What else have I missed out? Love bug, Trojans, worms, references. I'll put that down the bottom. And save my menu. Now, because I've added these as children of the virus page, if I go to my site, I'll go to viruses and you'll see there's all my menus in there. So the child, right, so the first one I did was add as a child, and that lets you know that you're adding it underneath, literally into that section, right? So viruses is the main page, whereas the rest of them I just added below and they all fell into order. If you want to change the menu, you can drag it around, see that? So say if I wanted to put worms up at the top, underneath it, you can drag that there. Or say I wanted references to be on its own, I can drag that to the left and it pops out. I can save that. And then again, if I go and look at my site, you'll see references now sits beside it in the menu, and the other ones are still underneath. Not that I would want to, I'm just showing you how you can move these things about. And if I want to put references back under there, I can just drag it to the right again and it sits in there. Okay, now I deleted the about page and the contact page, so I should be able to click on the bin, and that removes about, and click on the pencil and click on the bin again, and that should remove contact. The home one I'll probably just leave in. Again, save the menu and click up here to preview it, and your page now looks like that. Click on worms, the table looks like that. Virus protection. Click on viruses. Now that didn't work, so let me change that again. I think because I deleted the viruses at the start and I put a new page in, that's why it's not working. So I'm just going to click on edit. I'll choose viruses there. And click OK. See if that fixes it and save it. See if that fixes it. There you go, has it fixed. Okay. If I want to say I want to get rid of the Rubik's Cube at this point, just go back into my pages and go to viruses, edit, and it's as simple as clicking the Rubik's Cube and pressing the delete key, and then just always get into the habit of updating and saving. Alright? So what I would recommend is you get all your information in place first, and that bit becomes quite easy. Alright, and it's just following it. So I'll put that video up in the VLE for you, and it's a reference for you, okay? I'll try and put the wee table code up as well. It's not my intention to teach you how to code tables in HTML just now, but I'll put a wee thing up there for you as well, okay? Alright.